Nation, let's get it.
Yeah, I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. I'm a player, a boss player. If you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. I'm a player, a boss player. If you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters.
I'm from the city of Sapp, rapping silver and black. Word of honcho, give me the strap. The realest is back. Stupid chop with some silly attached. Eye for an eye, fuck it man, give me a patch. I'm a Raider, Oakland, LA, Vegas, Jalen, Kenyon, Jacobs, Regas. Man, bread, dog, we litty. The shine with the speed, Edwards with the 50-50. Yeah, this that I silver and Blackfield. Abram in the box, I'm Merrick in the backfield.
Yo, shout out to the nation, man. Shout out to everybody here in the comments section. Already lit with me and my big brother, Wasted Talent. How you doing, brother?
Brother, you know how happy I am to be on the air.
Man.
Actually kicking it with you, talking to the nation, bro. I needed this tonight, bro. Real rap. I really did, man. And I want to tell you something really quick, too.
Yo.
I am a hip-hop snob. You know this.
Yes.
Right? Bro, as Raider songs go, bro, that song, every time you play that shit, I really like that song, bro.
Well, you
know,
I
really do. Like, no, like, yo, seriously, no bullshit. I really like that shit. That shit is tough, yo. I really do.
What's funny is right before you said that, I literally was about to tell the nation a new one will be coming soon. So I have a new intro. Everything's going to be coming soon. Prezi, if you are in the comment section, my brother, I need you to pull something together. I'm going to send you this new record that I'm working on. We got to update it. We got to keep updating it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what happens when you start naming players. That's why we say we are Shield fans and now player fans, because they come and they go. You know what I'm saying? So this song, man, it sucks because I love it, but it's like, it's already dead and gone.
Hey, listen, there might be another Regas on the team. You might as well keep it. Look, you keep the song up long enough, there'll be another dude named Regas on the team.
Thanks, man. How you doing, my brother, man? It's good to see you, man. I know earlier we were talking about doing something. And you guys, for those who don't know, we will be doing Built Different tomorrow, episode 3. Tomorrow night, we will be doing episode 3. It's slow, you guys. We don't want to push it. You know what I mean? We don't want to just push it and try to come on every single night. I know I did that last year. I'm going to be honest with you. But it's real tough to talk about. I mean, to be honest, it's kind of hard to top anything that we've already done this offseason, right? I mean, the Devontae Adams, the Chandler Joneses of the world, great draft. It's difficult to like keep coming in trying to raise the excitement for the season when we're already hyped.
Yeah, you know, man. I mean, look, the top is blown off at this point, you know, and the only way that we would be able to raise the excitement is if we go out and get another top 8 player at their position. And that doesn't look like it's going to happen. Whoever we bring in is going to be a depth piece. Yes. Even a guy like Ndamukong Suh at this point in his career is depth.
Yes.
I mean, he's high in depth, but he's depth because he's not going to play every snap, right? So like at this point, we don't want to go muddy the waters with bullshit. Yeah. Because I was just watching a whole lot of bullshit. I'm just glad that y'all rescued me from watching the BET Awards. It just made me feel really fucking old. Like I'm sitting up there. I don't know who the fuck these people are except P. Diddy and them. I don't know who none of these young rappers are. None of these young singers. It was just bad.
I've been done with that shit. I checked out a long time ago on MTV, BET, all that shit. VH1. I'm donezo, bro. I'm donezo, bro. We need some real hip hop. That Kendrick Lamar album. No, I'm telling you, man. I went back and really, you know what I mean? Yeah. Put my ear to it. That shit fire though. That shit is dope.
You know what? Like it didn't catch me. A couple of songs, like the joint he got with Kodak, caught me, and the one he got with his little cousin. He got like 2 joints with his little cousin I fuck with. I had to ride around and had to sit with me. Normally his albums don't have to do that with me though. Like normally they land on me immediately, but this one didn't. But I'm gonna tell you something. We do need this, man, because no disrespect to Drake and what he's trying to do. I understand that house music is international. House music really is a Jersey sound, and people love in New York and stuff, and in the clubs in New York and New Jersey in the 80s and the 90s, people love house music, and I understand what Drake is doing because I know a lot of the jokers up in Toronto, it's an international sound. People overseas love house music.
Hey, you guys see how Wasted literally put house music with New Jersey? Like he didn't even say he said New Jersey. Like he was like, that's our basically said that's our shit.
No, it definitely is, bro. Like, come on, let's just be for real here, bro.
It
is. When you go to any cookout or most of the records and stuff, like on the real, I'm not even trying to be on no New Jersey shit. That's like saying that like hyphy is not
Northern California,
bro. Like it really is, you know. And I see what Drake is doing, and I know it's an international thing, but to me, that is not hip hop.
No,
it's not hip hop, and it's dangerous to have that being represented as that.
Yeah, because I listened to the album for the first time yesterday. I took a long drive with my family. I was very disappointed. I skimmed through that whole shit and was like, this ain't it. But I get why he did it. I understand because it's very smart. Business-wise, Drake's about to kill the game. But that's not for me at all, man. I'm 38 years old, bro. I'm not living. Look, if I want to hear that, I'll just go walk into the Gap. I'll walk into fucking H&M. Like that's where you hear that kind of shit at. But Drake is very smart for that. Shout out to everybody here, man. We see Mason in the building. We see Hammer. What's up with our brother, man? Benjamin, Valerie, Watts, everybody here. Loner, what's good with everybody, man? So look, this is what we here for tonight. I was at the gym the other day. Called my brother. We talk probably 4 or 5 times a day type shit because we got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. And we were thinking like, damn, like what is there to talk about? Like there really ain't shit. And what's funny is without even trying, Wasted just brought up a great topic about, and I want all you guys to answer this. And I'm gonna give you guys my reason. I know Wasted's gonna give his reason why. But who has more pressure on him this year? DC. We know he just signed a nice extension, but we can get out of that contract after this year, the way we maneuvered. Or Josh McDaniels. We know he has a bunch of rings. This is his second time around as a head coach. He needs to succeed right now. He does not want to keep, those Denver days. They need to be pushed away into the shadow realm, at this point. You know what I mean? So who's to say that Josh McDaniels doesn't shit the bed? God forbid. And we end up winning 6 games this season. And Mark Davis is like, this is not gonna. We can't take this in Las Vegas. Who has more pressure on him? I mean, is it our coach? Is it our quarterback? I mean, look, DC. He's heard it all. This, he's been to the playoffs twice in his 8-9 year career. He didn't get to play the first time in 2016 because everyone knows the apparent injury that he sustained. But now he has Devontae Adams. Now everyone keeps saying, right, this is the thing. DC has no more excuses. Also, DC has Josh McDaniels. So I want you guys to tell me who has more pressure on him. And mind you, Josh McDaniels is coming from an organization that wins year in and year out, even though I think that time is dead and gone now. I'm going to be honest with you. I think New England, they lost a lot of their pieces.
Oh, I don't know about that, brother.
Brady's out of there. Their whole coaching staff is out of there. Look, Bill Belichick, yes, he's a great defensive mind. But they lost, to me personally, they lost their heart, Josh McDaniels, and they lost their soul in Tom Brady. That's just me. But let me ask you, brother.
I don't know, brother. I don't know about that, man.
Okay, we'll talk that shit then. Who you got?
Well, if we talking about from the Raiders' perspective, Josh McDaniels, it's academic on who has the most pressure on him. It's Josh McDaniels.
Okay.
Josh McDaniels will never get another head coaching job again if he doesn't do well here, because there's a lot of things to his resume that are still left up to debate. Now, for me, I give him all the credit in the world, right? But if you look at that list they put out last week when they were saying that he wasn't one of the top 5 best play callers in football, that goes to show you how the media view Josh McDaniels as a play caller. Mm-hmm. His proximity to being next to the greatest coach of all time kind of washes away all of his accomplishments as a coordinator.
Okay.
And then as a head coach, how many swings at head coach did you normally get? We can't say he's a young guy anymore because he's not too young anymore, right? He
At
was
the most too, bro. Let's just be real.
right. So now this is the second go round, right? And now you have a quarterback, you have a top 2 or 3 player at his position at two positions on your offense. You have an owner that fully backs you. You have cap space. You have your GM. You have the ideal situation. It's so ideal that there will never, ever be another situation even better than this. The only situation that you could possibly have from his personal perspective is he was coach and GM, and that's not even, he pretty much has a main line to the GM. He can get whatever player he wants. He gets whatever he wants because he brought him here.
Yeah.
There will never be a better situation for Josh McDaniels. And let's not forget Derek Carr and Raider Nation. And I don't want to start the Derek Carr argument, but he has a built-in excuse with Raider Nation. Derek Carr can go out in the middle of a game and throw 11 picks, and somehow, some way, you guys will make it everyone else's fault.
Yeah.
Let's just be for real here. He has a built-in excuse because what we wind up doing is we conflate the man with his skills on the field.
Okay.
So it's always Josh McDaniels because Derek Carr's only been here. So if he bombs this year, they're going to say, yo, he needs to be in another situation. Let's see Derek Carr with a better organization. And there goes his excuse right there.
You know what? You know what's funny, man? Me and Wasted, we agree a lot. Like a lot. Like pretty much all the time. And right now ain't one of them at all. I feel like Derek Carr has more pressure on him. Look, we went out and paid Davante Adams and made him the richest wide receiver in the NFL for about 2 seconds. We went out and got your guy that you said has more pressure, Josh McDaniels, the offensive guru that he is. If DC shits the bed, and it's because of pure quarterback play, right? It's just pure, like it's because of DC. Like he went out there, he just didn't get the job done. Josh McDaniels gets another year to go get another quarterback and figure it out. To me, you know what I mean? Like, and let's just be honest. If Josh McDaniels fails miserably, he always has an offensive coordinator position right back with the New England Patriots. He'll forever have a job. You know how Bill does. He rotates these guys in and out. Go fail and come on back to daddy. That's what happens year in and year out with Bill Belichick, which I don't think it's going to happen this time. I think that Josh has everything he needs, just like you said, to succeed. I'm gonna be honest. The icing on the cake to me was when Patrick Graham when he pretty much told the Giants he was coming back, and then out of nowhere he reneged and said, "I'm going to Las Vegas." At that point, I realized the power of Josh McDaniels and that New England Patriots organization. Because what happened at that point was Josh McDaniels said, "Come on in, be our defensive coordinator. We're going to cook so well that in a year or two, you're going to be a head coach somewhere out here in this league." And Patrick Graham said, "Cool. If I sit over here with the Giants with this weak-ass defense, at some point, they're going to say, Graham ain't this Picasso that everyone paints me out to be." So, look, all I'm going to say is this. DC, he always gets that card with us, right, within the nation. I'm not going to say me and you, but in the nation, like you said, you can go out and throw 11 turnovers and we'll find out a way to say it was the defense's fault. They didn't, they didn't get the job done. But I feel like you're getting all the proper pieces. Renfro is coming off the biggest year of his career, and he got an extension. Waller is about to, I don't know if you guys seen, but Waller's about to get his before training camp. That's what it sounds like. They're working on it now. Good. We need to lock in the top 3 tight end. So Waller will be here. He'll be healthy, unlike last year. Davante Adams once again. All these red zone woes are going to be out of here as long as DC shows up and shows out as well. So I think it's DC, man, because year 30, coming into 30 years old, year 9? Like, it's time for him to either show up or show out. If you can't do it with Josh McDaniels at this point, over 30 years old, I don't know where you go to get the job done. If you can't get it done with Josh McDaniels, who else can you get it done with? I don't know. And don't get me wrong, he has some pretty good years under Gruden. He had a really good year under Del Rio. So he's played really good with less coaching. Mm-hmm. So I give DC plenty of kudos for that. But I just think with the nation alone, our fan base in Vegas, DC has the most pressure on him, point blank, period.
Man, I have to respectfully disagree with you, brother. Your logic is sound. But the one thing that we got to realize is that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
Okay.
Derek Carr's line to the excuse train is so curved and convoluted. You can blame the organization. You can blame people for dropping the ball. You can blame the fact that he hasn't been in the same system and it's a new system. You can blame everybody and their mother, right? But with Josh McDaniels, bro, he hasn't built up any equity in Raider Nation. He hasn't built up any equity as a head coach. You know what'll happen to him? Him being a coordinator is essentially failure. You know, guys like Buddy Ryan were revered as coordinators.
Yes.
And they routinely failed as head coaches. And that's okay. He won't be the first and he won't be the last. And I think that if he fails now, he will be relegated to being a coordinator for his whole career. And that really essentially is purgatory for a guy who has tasted the head coaching ranks. Okay. So the thing is that Josh McDaniels has it all on his lap, because what will happen is, say, for instance, Derek Carr doesn't do. Now, see, the thing about Derek Carr is he's one of those quarterbacks that some people will say is just good enough to get you beat. He's the kind of quarterback that can throw for 5,000 yards, throw for 24, 25 touchdowns, have about 10, 13 picks, and can make the wrong play at the wrong time to lose the game. But when you look at his overall year from a snapshot, he'll never play bad enough for you to say that you have to move on. And that's the problem. So it's like if Derek Carr comes and he throws for 4,900 yards, has 25 touchdowns, throws 12 picks, and then they're 7 and 10, it's Josh McDaniels' fault. It's the defense's fault. It's this person. At the end of the day, that record is going to land on that head coach, brother. That's going to land on him. No, we brought you in. What's up? John Gruden had us at 8-8. Why are we 7 and 10? Gruden had it going in the right. Del Rio made the playoffs. What about you? Maybe you're just not a good head coach. He hasn't built up enough equity in football to get the benefit of the doubt.
I think my argument comes more from the nation, like not the nation, if you get what I'm saying. Like, from a Raiders standpoint, I feel like no one else has more pressure on them than DC. Like, yes, NFL-wise, everyone's looking at Josh McDaniels as he better get it done or this could be it for him. Like, we've been here with DC. And mind you guys, I think that DC is going to have a hell of a year this year. I do with Josh McDaniels, with this run game that we have by committee, with Carmen Brasillo. I feel like everything is there in terms of DC being successful. Hammer, I have to disagree with you, though. I do believe that DC played a very pivotal part of why Josh McDaniels came over. But I don't think that DC was the reason why Josh McDaniels came over. Everything was perfect, right? You got Zeke, your guy came over, just like Wasted said earlier. You got the GM, like these guys are like this. So it's a package deal. If they wanted DC out of here, yeah, they could have made it happen. But they said, as of right now, this is the best chance that we have to win. You know what I'm saying? If DC doesn't get it done this year, which I got to say it again, I think he will be great this year. You're going into a season going into a draft next year with very, very strong quarterbacks coming out of the draft. So you put yourself in more of a position to go get you a future guy if need be. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm going to be real. I don't think right now with this regime, we have time to go get a young quarterback and hope that he can get it done. We need to win now. We need to win in the next few years because that window is just officially open. But I'm just saying, personally, man, as a Raider fan, right? We're going to step out of everything else. As a fan, DC's been here through all this shit. Like, I think, how many players is there left that's been in here since DC's been here? Colton Miller came in. So Colton, man, it's very – that team pretty much got wiped out. DC's probably one of the only guys.
Derek Carr is the last man standing. Gabe Jackson is going. Rodney Hudson's going.
All of them.
He's the last man standing, bro. From 2014 till now, there's not one guy on his roster that's been here with him.
No.
All of the kickers are gone, everything.
Yeah. I think Colton is like the longest standing guy at left tackle out of anyone. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that speaks volumes. Like, at this point, he's the last Mohican, so to speak. Like, bruh, you got to get it done now. Like, this is it. Like, you have to get it done. It kind of goes hand in hand, though, you guys, because I think that it's funny how we're making this argument, but both these guys are going to depend on each other for their jobs. right?
Yeah, it's always like that, but a little bit more here because you got two guys that the bloom is off the rose for both of these guys in their
Yep.
careers. Sometimes you'll have a quarterback that's an established quarterback that hasn't won, and you'll get a new hotshot head coach, and he'll get the rope because then everybody will be like, well, you know what? He needs to draft his guy. He
Yeah.
needs to get his guy in here, right? But with these two guys, neither one of them are going to get the latitude to have an excuse, right? The
Nope.
only difference is that there are so many other variables that judge a quarterback's success. And with coaches, the only variable is wins and losses. And
Definitely.
that's the reason why I think Josh McDaniels has a harder time at this. And also, if you decide to paradigm shift from Derek Carr at this late point in his career and you coming in, you built up a team full of Pro Bowl guys.
Yes.
And then you're going to go out and go get a rookie to play with these dudes? Devontae Adams ain't come here to play with no rookie, bro.
No, not at all.
Darren Waller is an older guy. He's young in his NFL career as far as actually playing, but as far as a man chronologically, he is older.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And I think DC has more security though, because of the whole Devontae, pickup. I mean, let's just be honest. If we somehow, some way wiggle out of DC's contract after this year, Devontae's going to have a field day and be like, get me out of here. Like, yeah, I mean, unless it's just that's his best friend, man. Like, unless Tom Brady just says, I'm coming back for 1 year and I'm going to Vegas. It just doesn't, I don't really, I think DC has a little bit more control, so to speak, than Josh McDaniels. Not in terms of putting the team together and shit like that, but I just think that the Devontae move was a chess move. It was, DC, this is your team. We want to see you succeed. We're going to do everything in our power. We're going to give you everything you can to succeed. And if don't get the job done, I don't know. Shout out to Jason Taylor, man. Devontae Adams is about to make or break our corners. This is facts, my brother. And thank you for the donation.
Real quick, do you see what Brave put up, man? Shout out to Brave, man. Brave Raider had, thought that he had MS. His test came back clean. He does not have MS. He has a slip disc. God bless you, Rick, man. Thank God you do not have MS. It is a debilitating disease. I know a few people with MS, and I'm going to be honest with you. You can be anywhere from like cognitively messed up or, your motor skills can be messed up to like bedridden and like paralyzed. So this is an excellent thing, man. Thank God, man.
Definitely. Shout out to Brave. I know you had told me on IG, my brother, and I said, thank God. And I said, I throw an extra prayer in. I said, for someone like me, I have 3 slip discs, so I know I couldn't get out the bed this morning. My wife had to literally get the CBD stuff and give me the heating pad. I couldn't get out the bed. So I trust me, brother. Rick, hit me if you need to know any techniques or anything to get around these slip discs, because it's bruh, this shit is life altering for real, man. But there are things to make your life a little easier, man, if you choose to, my brother. Shout out to Rick, man. Shout out to everybody here in the chat. My apologies. We were kind of going on a rant. We would definitely get you guys more involved in this. But I just thought this would be a great question to pose, because they both have a lot of pressure on them. At the end of the day, they both have a lot of pressure. Like, as someone that's won his whole career outside of, the Denver year, and then I believe he went to the Rams and they did terrible that year. All his success pretty much came from New England. You know what I mean? So
and the proximity to greatness, you are next to the greatest coach of all time, this side of Vince Lombardi. Yeah. There aren't 3 guys that you can put in a room and say that are as good as Bill Belichick as a coach. So a lot of that success, his whole career to this point, rests on him winning now. Because if he doesn't win now, then all of that success that we talk about him having in New England is all Bill Belichick's at that point.
Yeah.
That's all Belichick's at that point. Definitely. So, and the thing is, when we say he can go back to New England, let's not forget Bill Belichick is damn near 70 years old. I think he might be 70 years old.
Yeah, he's old.
I mean, so how much longer is he going to be there? That old mule is going to die one day. He ain't going to be there all day. So I don't know, man. Josh McDaniels, this is the time for him to establish himself as a viable head coach, so he can go on and kind of call his own shot. Because guess what? After this, it's a one-way ticket into the broadcast booth.
Definitely. Shout out to John. Let me ask you this. What is our definition of success this year? To me, I feel like you need to win a playoff game at the least. That's the bare minimum. You have to get a playoff win. Like, simple and plain. Look, I want to win a bowl. We all know this, right? It's someone like me and Wasted has been here forever. We're waiting on it, right? But this year's success with the whole new coaching staff, whole new front office, a lot of new moving pieces, some rookies getting implemented into this system. Like I believe that a playoff win will be a very successful. Well, I'll say a successful season, not very successful. Bare minimum, got to win a playoff game.
Yeah, man. The equinox depends on it. Yep. See, the thing about an equinox, a real equinox, not the Raider equinox, right? It only happens once a year.
Yeah.
So you got to have everything line up. The sun and the moon and everything has to line up to make that equinox. So when it comes to this, you have to be making positive gains the entire time you're here. Yeah. We can't have this year where it's like, oh, they got to adjust. They got to adjust. It's a new system. Nobody wants to hear that in Raider Nation, bro. They got to come out this year. The metric for success this year is a playoff win and above, because last year they lost in the playoffs. So that's the metric for this year.
Also, is just going out and beating the team you're supposed to beat. You can't afford to lose to the Bears. You can't afford to lose to these guys, like those kind of teams that we lost to last year. You can't lose to the Giants. You know what I mean? Like, you have to beat the Jaguars this year. You have to beat the Saints, I feel like. I know they kind of retooled, but that's a team you need to beat. I'm sorry. Like, there's other teams that you need to beat. So go out, beat the teams that you're supposed to beat, and beat them clearly. Like don't even leave anything out there on the field where it was like, man, a play or two away and we could have lost to this terrible team. Go out there and clearly dog walk the teams you're supposed to beat. And I feel like that is success alone. Going to the playoffs knowing we beat every team we were supposed to beat. We played the teams we lost really close. Yes, you know what I mean? And simple and plain. It's that. There's no blowouts. We can't sustain any blowouts this year unless we're giving them out. That's it. Like, you can't take any blowouts. You got to give them out.
Yes,
point blank period. You play the Chiefs, you play the Chargers, you play the Broncos. They all got better. If we take an L here and there in our division, I get it. They're all three really, really good teams, but they need to be really good games. You can't go out and get blown out against KC. You can't go lose to the Chargers 28-14. You got to go out there and continue success against Denver. Like, I think we won 6 out of 7 against them at this point, pretty much. Yeah. You know what I mean? Continue to beat the shit out of teams you're supposed to beat and play playoff teams well. Show us that we're on that trajectory, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, because listen, 8-8 and 3-9 ain't gonna cut it
at all.
Josh McDaniels has an 11-17, 393 winning percentage. Yeah. Derek Carr is below 500 as a quarterback. Mm-hmm. They have to legitimize each other, and like. This is one of those kind of questions that are like a Rorschach test, where I can look at that ink blot and I can see a dog or a clown, and Graphk can see a fucking starfish. Yeah, it's just one of them kind of things where nobody's wrong. It's all the way that you view it and how you look at it, right? Yeah. But the one thing that is real and that's definite is that if they don't win within the next 3 years in this regime, this team will not be Mark Davis's going forward. And I know a lot of people are being like, oh, you don't always, he's got, let me tell you something. The league wants to take this team from the Davis family. They don't feel like Mark Davis has the amount of money to invest, to maximize the investment that the league has. But the funny thing was, they never wanted a team in Las Vegas. That guy was the one who outsmarted a bunch of billionaires. Yep. So for them to say that is kind of asinine, but they want to bring richer and richer owners into the National Football. You see with the Denver Broncos, they on rollback right now. Yep. They got a guy that's the heir to Walmart.
Yep.
So who's the next fucking guy that's going to come in here?
In Denver, they're going to have Shaq cleats on next season. I'm telling you right now.
Man, they're going to have on some fucking great value.
Yeah, like
jock straps. They're going to have great value Gatorade.
Yeah, facts, man. Shout out to Jason, man. Once again, my brother, I appreciate you. Bro, I think our defensive backs got the most pressure. Look who they got to cover in practice. I don't think they have the most pressure. I think that's just, still, what is it? Still iron sharpens, steel sharpens steel?
Iron, yeah. Iron sharpens iron, all that
shit. What I mean? Like, that's what it is. Like, these Waller, Renfro, and Adams are going to make Rocky Sin, Anthony Averett, all these guys, Mullen, that much better, man. That much better. I think I'm not worried about our corners. I'm worried about the depth. I think that these guys can win, like really win against these offenses with Patrick Graham as a defensive coordinator. I'm just worried about if one of these guys go down, because Mullen has in the past, you know what I'm saying, that we're going to be very, very thin at the corner position. But these guys are going to ball out, man. These guys are going to ball out. Shout out to Jason. I'm not too worried. Look, I'll tell you one thing. We're going to have a lot more turnovers on the defensive side of the ball now than we've ever had with Patrick Graham at the helm. I'll tell you this. Like, this is not one of these rinky-dink ass defensive coordinators that's coming in and just running a simplistic ass defense. This is a guy that knows offenses, knows every look that's thrown at him. Every look that's thrown at Patrick Graham, he knows it. It's just he has to make sure that every player that he has out there is put in the best position to win.
See, the problem that I see for our defense isn't a scheme thing, and it's not the play of these guys. It's their health. Yeah, that's what's going to sink us.
Yeah,
right now, in July, in June, right now on paper, man, we looking pretty goddamn formidable.
Yeah.
But the problem is that in a new system, on a new team with a new coordinator, where they haven't built up any equity playing together, you gotta hope you get out the year with everybody healthy.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're gonna have a problem, because now you got to get a guy that probably wouldn't make a roster actually playing meaningful minutes for you.
Yep.
So that's a problem. They got to go out there. If there's any depth to be had, they need to go get it right now, bro.
Yeah. Because look, man, I'm telling you, God forbid, we've seen it happen year in and year out. Rocket Sin goes down or something. Boom. We're thin. Then basically Anthony Averett on one outside. And if you guys have not checked out Andy's film breakdown on Anthony Averett, man, make sure you guys go do it. 30 minutes of fire. I'm very confident in what Anthony Averett can do, but still, you know what I mean? Like, you lose one of those guys, and then we're looking at an entirely different defense. You know what I mean? So personally, I don't think we're done. I know training camp is coming up. I still think that we go get a veteran at corner.
You are not wrong. You're not wrong. Scott Pioli actually came out in the media and said himself that he doesn't think the Raiders are done. Now, Scott Pioli is the father to the GM role, kind of de facto GM role under Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Scott Pioli is a guy who helped establish the Patriots tree, so he knows Josh McDaniels' thought process.
Yeah.
I tend to believe, I agree with you and Scott Pioli. I don't think we're done at all, man.
Yeah, I don't. I think, I know Suh, the rumors have been out there for many moons. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The more day in and day out that he doesn't get signed, I don't think I'm getting to start thinking it doesn't happen. I think that he was maybe using us for leverage. Don't get me wrong. I think Suh would come to the Raiders if the money was right. I mean, he'll go anywhere if the money's right. But I think that he was using us as a bargaining tool. And I think that the closer we get to training camp, I'm getting a little less confident that Suh will be around. But I don't know. Who's to say?
I think that ship is sailed. I think the shelf life, the same way with a lot of these moves that we've been pining over. Once the shelf life gets over 5 days, it's not going to happen, man. These guys don't screw around. The only reason why they didn't sign Devontae Adams as soon as free agency started is because they had to work the deal out. It was schematic things that had to happen. That's the only reason why. Yeah. There's no earthly reason why Suh wouldn't be in the building if they offered him a contract and they wanted him.
Yeah.
There's no earthly reason why, because it doesn't look like anyone else is offering him any money.
But there are other guys like, I know people don't want to hear the name, but, Kevin King, corner from Green Bay. A few years ago, he had a great season. I think he had 5 INTs. He had a bunch of pass breakups. He's like 6'3". His frame is total opposite of thick. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, we don't want him then. We don't want him then. This is all about thick frame nation, bro. What's wrong?
He has a thin frame. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is this, he's dealt with some injuries. His hips, man, that I don't know if those are NFL equipped. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you want pause. But but if you watch, you know how corners, man, hips play a huge part in the game. And if you watch his hips, pause again. I don't know if Kevin King can get it done, but he had a great year in 2019, I believe. But there's other guys. I mean, I don't know. We went out and got Joe Hayden, and hopefully just maybe he does a Casey Hayward, veteran 1-year deal turnaround for us. I don't know. But I think we're going to go get another corner. Maybe Xavier Rose, Q. Yeah, maybe. And then I still
about Mackenzie Alexander? Nobody ever talks about Mackenzie Alexander. I like
because he's predominantly a slot guy, though. That's why.
But see, my thing is that I tend to believe that I don't think Nate Hobbs is going to just stay in the slot all the time. I think that they believe in him on the outside. I think that, they might stand to get another slot guy. I know Amik is a slot guy as well,
Yeah.
but man, I would like to see that.
Anthony Avery could jump into the slot as well. If
Yeah, yeah. Jack Rabbit Jenkins, right? Now somebody just said something. Now, and I've been calling for Jack Rabbit, right? Jack Rabbit has been hurt a lot.
Yeah.
He's a boomer bust kind of a guy.
Yep.
He's a poor man's Marcus Peters.
I can see that.
He's a poor man Marcus Peters. So
That's actually a great comparison.
So thank you, sir.
Yeah.
But it's like I can see that happening. But what I know is that moving into this season, they have to have guys, and like younger guys or people that can come in and do last year what Faxon did for us.
Yeah,
they need it.
Like Q, I love the Trill Williams look. Right, he really hasn't caught on. He came out of Syracuse, I believe, last year. Right, I believe Trill Williams came out of Syracuse. I wanted him in the draft. He went undrafted, and then I think he was with New Orleans last year, I believe. Yeah. But I like Trill Williams. I would love to bring him in and give him a shot under Patrick Graham. AJ Bouye, he's getting up there in age, and he's kind of losing his athleticism a little bit too. I don't know if AJ Bouye would be a good look, but he'd probably be better than Kevin King at this point. I mean, let's just be honest.
Hey, man, they talk about Trill Williams. Man, that might be the coldest name I heard.
Trill, bro.
Trill. He's Trill from birth.
Trill Bill.
Trill Bill. Ooh. Nonfiction.
What
you know about nonfiction? I know you know about nonfiction, right? Ill Bill, Necro.
805. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you very much, man. Trill Will. I like that too, Boogie. Carr is the only one left on the team for 2014. Yep, Raider for life. This is facts. Shout out to Marzell. Jack Rabbit been getting burnt every time I've seen him in the past few years. Marzell, hey, he's getting up there in age, and those injuries, they pile up. I don't know if Patrick Graham can bring something out of him that he hasn't had in a while, but I don't know, man. We'll see. But there's some guys out there. Trey Waynes is out there. Yep.
Trey Waynes said he don't even know if he want to play football, though, bro.
Yeah, he definitely said he's
you don't really want a guy that doesn't want to play here. And what we got to look at is this. You bring in a guy like Jack Rabbit Jenkins, he might be getting cooked if he's starting all the time. But if you're bringing him in or he needs to play for you one game, another game, that's a whole nother ball of wax, man. That's different. Yeah. So that's the thing. Like when people talk about Suh, right? I hear some guys, they'll say, oh, well, what role is he going to play? Or what is he going to do with this? Or what is he going to do with that? And it's like, bro, he is talented enough from where he used to be as a player. 80% of him is better than 90% of the league. And you're not asking for him to play all the time. You're asking for him to fulfill a role for 30 snaps. 30% of the snaps. That's what you're asking. And maybe, just maybe, somebody gets hurt. You got to play a little more. Yep. These guys are pros. They can do it. And that's a good thing with a Jackrabbit. So if you got him playing 2-3 games, that might be a good thing for you. It's the same thing with Faxon last year. Faxon balled out in the limited capacity, but the longer that shelf life went on, the more he started to get cooked.
Yep. Well, I mean, hey, practice players are going to practice play. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? I think with Faxon, a lot of offenses didn't have too much tape on him. They thought, okay, just go at this guy. And he actually outperformed, what he was getting paid and what he's done thus far in his young career. But I don't want another Brandon Faxon situation. Big John, yes. Eddie Goldman's another name to keep an eye on as well. He's only 28, I believe. So Goldman is still pretty young. You know what I mean? The problem with him is I know he's been pretty stout against the run. He hasn't been really that great getting to the quarterback as he was earlier on in his career. And I mean, that tends to happen when you get older, right? I mean, it is what it is. Shout out to G-Town. I expect Josh Jacobs to ram in those TDs who have at least 10 this year. I love it, G-Town. I hope so. Look, I got my Josh shirt on, man. I know a lot of y'all think I hate him and shit, but, I rock with Josh. I hope so. And G-Town, I think that he'll get a lot of chances this year to do that. Definitely.
Watts was just saying that the Raiders just signed Chris Jones, that cornerback. Watts, I don't think that guy Chris Jones is even going to make the roster, bro. That dude runs a 4.7 40, bro. And he's a corner, like 4.6, 4.7. I don't know why they brought that guy in. I don't know if I'm an ass. I don't know. But I don't think that they brought him in thinking that he's going to be somebody's going to contribute this year.
I'm going to be real, y'all. Like, I usually do videos on everybody, even practice squad guys when we sign them. And I didn't do one on Chris Jones.
which is a little weird. Watts just says something that's crazy. It was not crazy, but it's really profound. I gotta give him credit. He said, "Yo, bro, we naming all these cornerbacks, but they literally signed Chris High Stakes Jones, bro." Think about that. So, what does that tell us, man, about their thought process on some of these guys that are on the scrap heap?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. I'm assuming, me personally, I'm thinking that Chris Jones is a camp body. I'm thinking he's going to be out there just trying to keep some of our guys fresh. And maybe the Raiders are saying, go get Chris Jones now. And maybe the price will drop on these other guys, these so-called big name guys. You know what I mean? I mean, there really ain't too many big names out there at corner. Let's just be honest. I mean, Jack Rabbit. But these guys at the end of their career, they want to try and get as much money as they can possible before they head out. So I don't know what do we pay Chris Jones?
It can't be anything major, but it's like, why would you sign one guy to smoke out another guy's price? Like, Watts has a huge that's a great point. No, and a lot of times, like in the comments, I kind of try to like stay focused on the show.
Yeah.
I gotta give him credit. That's a great point, bro. Like, we talk about all these guys who got footage, tape, success in the National Football League, and we go out and go sign Chris High Stakes Jones. What? And bro, I could be a dumbass and he could be great. You know what I mean? Maybe this could be the opposite of fucking Gruden releasing Rasul Douglas and him going and balling for Green Bay. Maybe it could be the opposite, because it seems like everything this year has been opposite of what happened last offseason. But
I don't see it.
I don't see it neither, bro. But you know what? That's why they get paid to make the decisions. We get paid to talk about football, right?
I see Chris Jones as a camp body. I see, if anything, Darius Phillips would be like that guy to be like the facing, if he even gets too many or gets some chance at corner. I know he'll play a lot of kick returner and special teams, but I don't see him making a roster. I don't see him making a roster at all. But yeah, I mean, it definitely is. That is a great argument. I mean, with all these guys out there, we went and got Chris Jones. But hey, man, a lot of these guys, look, the Patriots, these guys know what they're doing, man. They bring in players for certain situations. You know what I mean? We're going into training camp. They look at Chris Jones as give him a chance. If he makes the roster, great. If he doesn't, we keep some of these other guys fresh. You got to think about it. Jenkins doesn't really need to be out there during OTAs and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like Kevin King, I mean, I know he's still fairly young, but he's 27, 28. I mean, that
ain't really young in the National Football League. Like, I think by the time you get 27 years old, we pretty much know what kind of player you're going to be.
Yeah.
My thing is that what was the redeeming quality that they saw in Chris Jones to bring him in over a guy that has been a perennial Pro Bowler like Xavier Rhodes?
Yeah.
Now, maybe I'm looking at it from my fan brain, right? Because sometimes we tend to do that. We play Madden sometimes. We're like, well, this guy used to be this. And maybe they know something that we don't. But I can't, out of all the young guys out there, why would they sign that guy when all the guys we named are available? It's a little weird to me, bro.
Yeah, I get it. Hammer says, Graphk says Darius Phillips is going to be our kick returner this season. Breaking news. I don't think it's breaking news. I mean, look, the guy can return some kicks if need be. I think he'll be, he'll get some burn at corner here and there, but I think he's going to be a special teams guy, if anything. You know what I mean? We got some intel on him from the Cincinnati Bengals D coordinator. Shout to Stu, and he gave me a lot of feedback on Darius Phillips, and I think that this guy will get most of his burn at special teams. But once again, it could be another situation like a facing situation. One of these guys go down, you got to throw him in there. You know what I mean? It just is what it is.
Anthony Provencio, I love you, brother, but if that is what happens this year,
no.
Bro, that was, I am going to be, if anything, if they've done anything in this offseason, I don't want to ever see that man return another kick.
No.
Unless we're in the goddamn Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think right now our coaching staff is very smarter than previous regimes, and they know that you don't want to have one of your best offensive weapons out there returning kicks at this point, because if he goes down, we're fucked. I don't even want to think about that. Keep Renfro away, even though I ran one back in Madden last night with him, man, and he took one to the crib. I don't want to see that shit. Let me see. Alex, is it Justin Hall, right? Is it Justin Hall?
Yeah.
Out of Ball State?
Yeah.
Hey, if he makes the roster, I would love it. I would love it. Look, DJ Turner, man, he's been posting a lot on IG. Our guy, our undrafted guy last year. You know what I'm saying? Out of Pitt. And if he makes the roster, he could potentially, return some kicks. So I don't know. I'm hoping it's one of these young guys. I don't want an older guy out there anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like get these young dudes out there. These guys got fresh legs. If Justin Hall gets killed out there, move on to the next. I mean, don't get me wrong. Look, I want the young man to succeed, but if he gets just dog walked, it's Justin Hall.
Apparently, a man just broke into his apartment and broke in and put pictures of himself all around, sprinkled some crack on him and sweep him up. Let's get him out of here.
Hey, shout out to Raiders Digest. Yep, Keelan Cole returns punts too. Facts. He's stupid. I didn't mean that Justin Hall I want him to succeed, you guys. I promise. I didn't mean to just send him out there to get destroyed and just throw him in a dumpster and shit. Like, this ain't Brenda Got a Baby fucking music video and shit. I mean? I think we're okay at corner if Mullen is ready. Me too. Watch. If Mullen can go the full season and gets back to, gets back to that rare form, I'm here for it. I think Mullen can be great. I think that Mullen, you know what? Him and Rocky Sin are going to challenge each other. For that.
Mullen has the ability to be the best corner on our roster. Yeah. I'm going to say it. Yes. A lot of people are going to be like, no. Especially in this scheme.
Yes.
In this scheme, like, see, people don't understand something. His best time in his league was playing under Paulie G.
Yep. Which
is crazy. Most people can't even play in that defense. You know what it is? Like, I call Paulie G the Dewey Cox of the National Football League. He needs to see his whole life before he goes and calls a football game. You know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck is this guy doing, bro? You making it too complicated, bro.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing I know. If he got that shit, bro, this is going to be easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right?
But the thing, that Mullen keeps hearing, right, is that Rocky Sin was a top 5 guy in this scheme, right? Like he knows that. Moving forward, Mullen is feeling the pressure. Mullen does not want to be corner 2 on this roster. He wants to be corner 1. Yeah. But you got a guy in Rocky Sin that was a top 5 guy in this pretty much in the same defense. You know what I mean? So Mullen's gonna come. He better come out there with some dog, man. Because I'm sorry, just the energy that Mullen gives, I could be totally off. What he gives off in his interviews, what he gives off on social media, I just feel like Mullen's not all the way in this. I feel like he's not. Remember how I was saying like Brian Edwards, like he always just just does goofy
something that's a little off,
like goofy shit. He doesn't seem like he's really all the way focused on football for some reason. I don't know why, but I have this feeling that Mullen is just like every time I see him, he's in the car slapping some new music, or he's at another game, or he's not really. I don't know, man. He trying to do the rap shit. Like I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. And don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with being an athlete and having an outlet. I love it. Do your thing. But I feel like there's something about Mullen that gives me those vibes of I don't know if he's really 110% into football like that, bro. Like,
well, he hasn't made any money yet. He just ought to fucking be.
Yeah, he ain't
made any money yet. He's not. Look, man, it ain't like. Listen, if we had that assessment of Damon Arnett, I could see that. Yeah. Because Damon Arnett was a number 1 pick. He made money right out of the gate. A fool in their money is soon parted, and I'm sure that, he won't be a rich man very long.
Yeah.
But Trayvon Mullen got a kid. He seemed to like the finer things of life.
Very active in his son's life. That means the most. Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Yo, and sometimes he get real icy out here, man.
Yeah,
he get real icy out here, bro. That man like his shines, man. He out here like the ruler, MC Ricky D.
He just reminds me of he definitely does that. But like his demeanor is like Amari Cooper to me, bro.
He got resting bitch face all the time.
Yeah, right? Bro. It's like Mullen, we need you out here with that dog in you, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. Shout out to Chuck. I'd rather sign a DT over another corner. If the trenches and the pass rush are locked up with hella bodies, then I'd be cool with average to above average corner room. Can't never have enough DL. I agree with you, brother. You want to make sure that defensive line is intact. Because look, man, let's not act like Chandler Jones ain't getting a little up there in age as well, man. He's dealt with some little injuries here and there. Like I know you were talking about a DT, but I'm just talking about the D line in general, right? Like God forbid something happens to Chandler, we can just hope that Klee or Malcolm Kuntz or one of these other guys can come in and make up for the production. But I feel you, bro. I'm way more worried about the defensive line. But the thing is this too. We're playing against Russell Wilson. We're playing against Justin Herbert. We're playing against Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? It kind of goes, these guys they're pass heavy. Patrick Mahomes throws the ball over the goddamn place. You know what I mean? Russell Wilson, you got to have a good D line to put pressure on him and some corners to stop him from throwing the ball. Like, this is a very, very, very tough division, man. So you got to be kind of short up at the defensive line and corner position, to be real. Yeah. You know what I mean? You kind of go hand in hand at this point.
It's a war of attrition, bro. I say it all the time. Like, not Wi-Fi Williams says Bucks had a crap secondary, but the D line had monsters, right? Yeah. But the Bucks, theoretically, people say that their secondary was crap, but it really wasn't. They just had a lot of injuries, man. Their secondary was playing at a level where they were a bend don't break kind of a secondary. That doesn't mean that they were like a sieve. They were okay, right? But then when they start getting injuries, it start getting a little spooky, right?
But they also played against 3 other teams in their division that were like under 500.
That is an ass. That division might be the most ass in football. I forget that sometimes.
Like who? Why do you need secondary when you're playing against the Panthers, Saints, and Falcons? You know what I mean? At that point, like,
yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean? You playing against the Santa Claus of the NFL.
Yeah.
Fucking your man Sammy Darnold. He's like Carson Palmer, the way he throws fucking interceptions to people just aridly. It's crazy, man.
Right in their bread box. Just here, take
man. He's like, hey, yo, man, y'all want one? He's like Oprah and shit. You get an interception. You get an interception.
Facts.
Like me, jeez.
Shout out to man. What's up, brothers? God bless. Been a minute, man. Appreciate you, my brother, for being here. Shout out to everybody here, man. Shout out to my guy, man, P Ring as well. Don't sleep on Frag Rail. This is real. This dude is nice. Hey, linebacker, you can play on the edge. The guy can do it all. I'm here for it. I want to see what he can do once again under Patrick Graham. The guy had a hell of a year or two, I believe, with the Giants under Patrick Graham. The best year he had, though, was with Green Bay, where he had 10.5 sacks one season. But, Patrick Graham has made some sneaky pickups on the defensive side of the ball. Frag Rail can definitely be one of those guys. The Jayon Browns of the world, the Rocky Sins, very under-the-radar guys that not everybody spoke on last year. You know what I mean? But they did fairly well. Let's think about this. We watch all these shows. You don't really hear too much about Rocky Sin at all. Like, you know what I mean? But apparently he's the top 5 guy, you know what I mean, in that scheme. So
Bucky Brooks is the only guy that talks about Lock Yasin.
There you go.
Bucky High Stakes Brooks. I don't know why everybody's high stakes.
Everybody is high stakes tonight, bro. Comedy, bro. Shout out to our brother Halo, man. Docs and Wasted. Do you think we're good enough to win it all as is, or do we need to pick up more pieces? I'll say this, Halo. If we can stay healthy with what we have now, we can win it all. I think so with the coaching staff, with the front office. If you stay healthy, and that's a big question mark, because in the NFL, injuries occur week in and week out. Shit, they happen in practice. You know what I mean? We see it all the time. Non-contact injuries that put people on their ass for a year. You know what I'm saying? But if we can stay healthy, the only thing I'm concerned with is depth a little bit on the defensive side of the ball. Like, I'm worried about depth. I think our O will be all right. I know everybody's still freaking out about the O-line. I think Carmen Brastillo is going to figure that out. But depth, man. If we can stay healthy, Halo, if these starters can stay in there and play as much as they can for 17 games, I think we definitely have a chance to get the job done. Shout out to my brother Halo, man.
I wanted to pimp on top of that, man. When you talk about, do you think that we can win this year, right? There's so many variables just beyond what you have on the roster to whether or not you can win, right? So people in your division can play bad and you can get there, and it's about getting home field advantage, stuff like that. Like the Raiders can win, and this is the way I feel like the Equinox shapes up for us this year. The Raiders have to win their division for them to get to the Super Bowl. Yeah. They have to have a bye week, and they have to make sure that they're playing in warm climates. If they play in warm climates in the playoffs, the world is their oyster.
Yep.
The world is their oyster. The problem is can we adjust our style of play if we got to play in Buffalo at the end of the year? right? And I like the way that we got the team built because you have running back by committee. So what you can do is you can take the air out of the ball and you can just run it down somebody's throat if your defense is stout enough.
You also have a head coach that's played in the cold for many years that knows how to get his players ready for that. So I'm here for it. Brandon Bolden has played in winter conditions. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys, you know, maybe they haven't, but Josh, I have them ready. I believe he will. You know what's crazy? I did a video a few weeks ago about whoever wins this division is going to win the Super Bowl. And it was funny because I seen Suh actually low-key say the same thing the other day on ESPN. He said, let's be real, the winner of this division, man, they have a shot at winning the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I said that because I seen somebody actually say with Suh, you think that we offered him a contract? I don't think we did.
I don't either. I think if we did, I think that he'd be here.
Yeah.
I don't think that the organization is high on Ndamukong Suh as we are as a fan base.
Yeah. Facts. See, Hammer, I don't know what the rumors really are with Nelly, though. Man, they keep saying that they're going to cut him, they're not going to cut him. I'm just sitting here playing a waiting game with that. Because the perfect thing is this, right? Nelly's also a veteran, but he also knows this offense. So I'm not tripping. Like, this thing can go on into training camp, and this guy already knows the offense. So, you know what I mean? So if we do go get Nelly, he's ready to go. He's trained to go at this point. You know what I mean? But I honestly think that Josh it believes in what he has on the offensive side of the ball, and he's ready to go. I don't even know if Nelly was even available if Josh would say I'd want him. I'm going to be real. Like, I would. I know I would go get him immediately. But, you know, Josh got a chance to see him in that system. He only had like 400-plus receiving yards. I know that he tailored that offense around Mac Jones to make sure, you know, to eliminate the turnovers because you don't want to blow a rookie psyche out there this first year. But I don't know if Nelly's going to be a Raider if he gets cut. But, hey, I would love to see it. Let's talk about this real quick. I know we're coming up on an hour. Did you see the reports of our former defensive tackle, Vlad TV?
Oh man, I watched the whole interview, man. Sapp set it on fire, brother.
Yeah, he did. And I didn't do a video on this because I was kind of over the whole Colin Kaepernick shit. Like, with just the when you talk about that, it just, you already know shit gets to flying
on both sides.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it is what it is. I mean, he came in for an interview or came in for a workout as a backup, and he left without a deal. And the rumors were when he left, he had a hell of a workout. At this point, you guys, I'm gonna be real with Warren Sapp. Hearing what he heard, I believe Warren Sapp. I believe him. I think that Colin Kaepernick's days of the NFL are completely done at this point. I don't see him picking up a job anywhere. If what Warren said was real, he's done. If you blow a workout after 6-7 years of being gone, it's over with. I don't, you know what I mean? And I wanted to get your input on that a little bit because, Warren is a hell of a former player.
Hall of Famer.
A Super Bowl winner, came to a very bad Raiders team and tried to make it work as much as possible. I know Stu just talked to Warren Sapp the other day. It's funny because Stu called me and was like, man, I was just texting with Warren. He was like, I seen him on some show. I said, Vlad. He was like, oh, okay, that's what it is. And I was like, he was like, yeah, I was just listening to him talk. He's like, man, I got to reach out to him real quick. And he echoed the same sentiment to Stu. Like, yeah, like I heard it was terrible. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not going to say where he heard it from.
Yeah, he can't leak that. But Warren Sapp, whenever he says anything, either he really believes what he says when he talks, or he's coked out of his mind. Because that motherfucker's eyes, the whole thing. He said, Sapp. They said, Sapp, he had the worst interview in the history of the world.
Well, I'll tell you this. If Stu got his number, he definitely does coke. So
we'll never get an interview with Warren Sapp ever. That's ever done. We're canceled.
He might. Warren.
He might fuck with us though, right? He might right now. Warren Sapp could be sniffing the line off of a chick's ass right now. He's like, you goddamn right. You goddamn right. You goddamn right. Wasted. How wasted you want to get?
Hey, shout to Stu, man. Our brother Stu. Shout to us, Warren Sapp, the legend. I know Stu actually talked to him about the Adelanto event too in the high desert. So I'm hoping that he can get Warren out there. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I don't want Sapp to try to body slam us. That'd be terrible.
Oh,
don't do the
it's Warren Sapp, bro. At that point, just
body slam me,
body
bro.
slam me,
bro. I'll be on the ground like Nature Boy Ric Flair trying to sue him. Like, I got it. No, I got it.
Hey, thanks, man. Shout out to everybody here in the comment section. We appreciate you guys. We just hit an hour. You got a little bit more time for extra couple
I'm cool, bro. Real quick though. Can I just say something though? I just want to say something. Wasted Ben told you. The whole Colin Kaepernick thing was a big fuck you to the National Football League. That's all it was, bro. Like, let's just be for real here. Nobody gets better from sitting out at doing something that they weren't doing well for 6 years, especially play quarterback, right? Yeah. Then it's like, come on, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, everybody's saying he had a great workout. That's all fodder and bullshit, bro. We know that this thing was clouded in this mysticism and secrecy, and it's all bullshit. Like, when people were like, I don't think that he's ever going to play in the NFL again. I'm like, well, hey, water's wet too. We know he's never going to play. He sued the National Football League, and they were like, yo, we're done with you. Here's your money. You made your point. And now, you made that whole comparison and that parallel to slavery. And now you got to wear that, bro. So it's like, why you want to come back on the plantation, bro?
Yeah. Well, hey, he definitely got an extra episode for that Netflix joint out of this. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah. That Netflix shit is a wrap.
Yeah. Shout out to our brother Hammer, man. Yeah, man. If you guys have not subscribed to our brother Wasted yet, man, I know it's the off season right now, guys. I know everything is just slow as shit right now. But one thing that we can always do is support our own, right? Run those numbers up, man, for our brothers, man. Wasted Talent, man. Raider is Unlimited, man, on YouTube. Hammer's House. Go over to Andy's Raiders Football Talk. Support everybody, man. Go to Samoan Raider if you're not subscribed to him. Our brother Sanjeet. Everybody. I would say Mitch, but Mitch ain't got no more room for more subscribers. I mean, he's already, but yeah, I mean, Las Vegas Raiders Report. Go subscribe to him as well. Subscribe to all of our guys that's putting in that work, man, because they, look, man, we love this team so much, man, and it sucks to not have nothing. Last year was funny because that's why I said it's like the quiet storm compared to the circus with Josh McDaniels and Gruden. It felt like last offseason I had so much to talk about because Gruden everything was in the limelight with him. I mean, you know what I mean? Like the motherfucker fart, and we could do a live for an hour about it because, you know what I mean? It's like there we go.
Somebody say farting, man. Hey, Graphk, man, how you doing, brother? Hey, listen, man. Hey, when old Coach Gruden farts, man, the world listens, man.
This motherfucker's stupid.
Let me tell you something, man. This just in. Coach Gruden has the runs.
Motherfucker.
Knock on wood if you're with me, baby.
Let me see. Knock on wood. Hey, Gabe, man, shout out to my dog, man. Hey, real quick, too, if you guys aren't subscribed to our brother Raider Gabe, man, make sure to give our guy a subscribe. Hit that sub button, man. That's all I'm going to say. This is the pothead of Raider Nation, our brother Raider Gabe.
Mr. Nice Guy, baby. That's the Mr. Nice Guy. Samson Simpson.
Hey, Gabe will definitely be in Adelanto with us as well. I can't wait to see our brother again. That's my dog. But, hey, bro, it's just been fairly quiet on that. I think, it gave us a little something to be excited about for a week or two. It gave us something to talk about, right? Me and bro just basically said, I think it's finito on that.
Yeah, I do too, bro. It's no good reason for him not to get signed, right? Like, I mean, if he comes, that'll be great, right? But
yeah,
at this point, man, I just think that they want to see what they have on their roster. And the approach that they take is kind of cool because they're not just jumping the gun, right?
Yeah.
Like who's to say that we don't have the next rookie who breaks out and goes crazy like Sheldon Richardson did that year with the Jets, right? Who say Matthew Butler can't be that for us, right? So I guess they got to see.
Yeah. No, definitely. And you know what, though? This Suh thing is just, this is why, because the Raiders, right? There's a few players that we grew up watching and we're like, they need to be Raiders. It was Deshaun Jackson. Then it happened and didn't live up to the hype. And it's Suh. I'm going to be honest, though. At this point, like, I just want Suh to be a Raider so I can buy a jersey. To be real, I'm going to be totally, like, I'd rather have Eddie Goldman. He's younger, 7 years younger at this point. And Goldman, nose tackle. I'd rather have Eddie Goldman, me personally. If I'm Champ Kelly, I'm reaching out to him because of his days with the Bears and saying, hey, Eddie, man, what's going on, man? You want to come in and, talk some shit? come in. Let's
See, I wouldn't, man. I wouldn't, because we already have two younger Eddie Goldmans on the roster, right? We got the king of the thick frames, Neil Farrell, right? We have him, and then we got Pecco. We got all of that kind of a defensive tackle,
bro.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. But Suh brings that pass rushing kind of element to things. He had 6 sacks last year. And I know he had like 2 in one game and stuff. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that playing next to the two guys he's playing against, and I know, listen, down there in Tampa Bay, he's playing with 2 monsters. Let's not get it confused. JPP with the hamburger helper hand, and then you got Shaq Barrett. Not the hamburger helper hand.
Hey, it was funny when you said that. My son just brought a wrestler in the room, bro. The little action figure, bro. And that motherfucker had the same joint. Like it's
he joke like this, like he throwing up game signs perfectly.
Yeah, bro. Oh shit! Shout out to Jason Pierre-Paul, man. But yeah, I get it. I want Suh to be a Raider. I've talked about it for the past month and a half, 2 months. We've all talked about it. I would love for Suh to be a Raider. I think he's still productive at his age, but I do like Eddie Goldman. I do. And like I said, he's 7 years, younger than Suh. So yeah, I get you. I get it. You got Matthew Butler, you got Neil Farrell. You want these guys to get some playing time. You do. But who's to say that they're both going to pan out? I mean, maybe you bring in an Eddie Goldman 1-year deal, show these young guys the ropes, let them walk next year.
It's more so a return on investment, right? If you have a guy that has more of these guys, man, ways to help is there any chance to have potential interviews with players tonight? Yes, I chose violence, man. I'm sorry, but seriously,
smack.
No, but seriously, you know why I look at veteran players like the stock market, the return on investment, and I'm going to say pause 30,000 times before I say this, because this is going to sound crazy. It's just going to sound super crazy. Shout out to everybody on the Pause Olympics. But you want to pump and dump. You want to pump it. Listen, it's like a stock. You want to get the return. You want the stock to rise, and then you want to get rid of them. You don't want to have Eddie Goldman competing for time with a guy that you haven't even seen just even a scintilla of what they can be, because you drafted these guys. You're invested in these guys. With Suh, he doesn't have long for this organization. So if you play him, he can help those guys learn, and then you have a contingency plan once he leaves.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Eddie Goldman is a long-term solution. He's not that old. What is he, 28?
28, yeah. But, I'll say this. I think this regime allows these young guys to go into training camp and get their shit off. And then we'll go from there. Look, Suh may not be signed until, I don't know, shit. It may take forever. I don't know where Eddie Goldman's head is at. It may be a while for these guys to find a job. Maybe a lot of these NFL teams they want to see what they have already. Let's just put some pads on them, see what they can do. I think our regime is smart enough to get these young guys out there first week and say, "Whoa, shit! I don't know if this guy is ready yet. Let's go get a Suh. Let's go get an Eddie Goldman, and let this guy slowly learn, the NFL speed in the NFL game." So I'm with you though. I think that Butler and Neil Farrell will get every opportunity to go out there and succeed in year one. But still, though, man, I mean, if Suh were a Goldman, bro, like, Look, Andrew Billings.
Yeah, Andrew Billings ain't it, bro.
Brandon Butler Jr. Like, we got a lot of guys on this team that couldn't find a job like that. You know what I mean? Like, we got a lot of guys on here that if the Raiders didn't pick them up, I don't know where the hell they'd be. I mean, let's just be real. Like,
yeah, I mean, Andrew Billings is a guy who, I was high on him coming out of Baylor.
Baylor, yeah, nice.
Him and Sean Oakman.
Yeah.
Sean, and Sean Oakman, that shit was, the wasted word of the day today is pause, everybody. I forgot. We know have been the wasted word of the day is definitely pause. But yeah, man, like, I don't know if it's the availability or it's how they fit into their scheme. See, it's a lot of things that I just don't know. We're going to have to see that in live and living color. But I'm going to tell you something. If Ndamukong Suh has to come in late, what he's going to do is he's going to ask for more money because he's needed. Yep. And that's the reason why if you have an inkling that you're going to get him now. Because if you wait, he sees a couple preseason games, he's like, oh.
They need me.
Oh, they need me. So then he's going to do the reverse of Dr. Evil. He's like, why would you want millions when you can have billions? He's going to be sitting up there like this, bro. He going to want.
I got Butler, Alex. I think Butler, man, is going to have the better career.
Matthew Butler, I do too.
I know Will Ferrell went earlier, but I got Matthew Butler. Every person that has any kind of like watched him, anyone that I've talked to, and I've asked a lot of people, they're like, you gotta watch. Like, this guy is going to be phenomenal for you guys. Like, at pass rushes, stopping the run. This guy, once he puts it all together in the NFL, he's going to be that guy. So I assume I'm going with Butler at this point. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah. Matthew Butler's a full grown man, and I think that he actually shot himself in the foot for playing that extra year of college football because he was one of those guys who got that extra fifth year because of COVID.
Yep.
So he felt like he needed to go back to college, but he's a guy, had he come out last year, would have probably went higher.
Yep.
So Matthew Butler, to me, I've been talking about Matthew Butler for months, man, and I'm very, very happy we have him. But I just think the roles that those two guys play are totally different. I think, Neil Farrell, the reason why he might be more valuable.
Ozzy said it right there.
I feel Butler could be a pass rush specialist and Neil is more of a nose, and that's what I was about to say. So I feel Butler can improve the run game and Farrell could be a run stuffer. So what's more valuable to you, right? A guy that clogs up the middle and gets everyone free and is super stout against the run, i.e. Chester McLaughlin. You know what I mean? I.e. Tommy Kelly. A guy that you just can't run on? Yep. Or is it having a guy that'll get you 5 or 6, 7 sacks a year and do okay at the run? I think that big guy is invaluable. Those are guys that are not growing on trees. So I think Matthew Butler is going to get the flashy plays, but I think that Neil Farrell will be more valuable to us going forward.
Okay. I think Butler is going to be good against the run as well, though. I do. But I do think that, Farrell, that run stuffer is needed. It definitely is needed, especially when you're playing against, teams in cold weather in the playoffs. You got to be able to stop that run. You got to be able to stop the run, man. Let me see. Suh represents himself. Suh and Z could structure a deal that benefits everyone. I mean, GA, look, at this point, brother, to be real, it's all smoke and mirrors at this point. Like, we don't know what's real. We don't know what's, we don't know if that smile was, I would love to play for the Raiders, or, yeah, y'all speaking that language because I need that bag. I don't know what it is with Suh at this point.
I know what it is. If the bread don't break up right and Ndamukong don't play, because he got everything he need. He got a Hall of Fame resume. He got a Super Bowl ring. He got money. Got a beautiful woman. Got beautiful kids.
Yep.
He got it all, bro. He wants to play, but it's a vanity thing at this point.
Yeah.
So it has to be right for him. So he can't. He can resign himself to playing for $6 million, but he can't resign himself for playing for $4.5 million. He just can't.
If Suh didn't win a ring 2 years ago, we'd probably be singing a whole different tune right now.
Yes, sir.
Suh is going to get that ring because he got the bag already. He's been in the league. He needs that, to put on his resume. But 2 years ago kind of marked the end of Suh wanting to do this for the passion and the love of the game. He's definitely going to get his bag. That's what it's about.
I don't think Ndamukong Suh is a guy who cares. I think his desire to win is, and I don't know him personally, so I'm pontificating. I am shooting off the hip, and people might call me an asshole or an idiot for this. And Ndamukong Suh, if you hearing this, if you feel that what I'm saying is wrong, by all means, come on this platform and tell me how stupid I am. I can take it. But the thing is that I've always thought that Ndamukong Suh figured out that guys who win in the National Football League get paid more money. And that's why it's important to him whether he wins or not. I personally think that Ndamukong Suh, if he had the opportunity to go to the Raiders and make $8 million and win, or go to the Minnesota Vikings and get paid $10 million to lose, I think he'd go to the Minnesota Vikings. Damn. I really believe that. I feel like he's really a bottom line guy. He just seems that way to me.
10 and 8's too close because it's a tax-free state. You know what I mean? So
okay, so let's say 11. $3 million, a difference of $3 million now for that 1 year. That I mean, $2 million ain't nothing to sneeze at. Like
not at all. Not at all. You need all that. Look, like let's be real. I mean, what is that? That's a few months of his life to get to run it up. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like, yeah.
I mean, shit. I mean, how many fucking back massages and would that be for fucking Deshaun Watson? That'd be a lifetime supply of fucking rape kits for that guy. That guy would be in there. It'd be 100 fucking OnlyFans girls giving him massages. So $2 million can go a long way. You can get the massage and you can pay them off for you being a creep. I'm sorry.
Everybody started saying demon time, and then Wasted definitely got on demon time. And I'm here for it, bro. Fuck it, man. It is what it is. Let me see. He's just a man that knows that if it's not all about, he's just a man knows that's it. He's not all that productive anymore. I mean, six and a half sacks, I believe, last year. And he still played the run fairly well, that Raiders fan. I'm going to be real. At 35, you're not going to really find too many guys that are that productive as Suh. Andy says, shout out to our little brother Andy. Minnesota only got 9.6 in cap, and we got about 20 plus. So,
yeah, but you know how that goes, man. It's all fun and games until people restructure somebody and cut somebody. And you know how it is, man. I mean, all it takes is for them to smarten up and realize that Kirk Cousins should be a backup and not pay him like he's fucking Joe Montana, and they'll be fine with their cap.
There you go. I'd be honest, Wasted. If he signed tonight, you're doing backflips. Shout to Crusher.
Yo, Crusher. I am one of the main people who said I want Ndamukong. So I'm not saying I don't want him. What I'm saying is that yo, bro, I just been watching this shit all offseason, right? A lot of these guys that we're saying should come here, and we start connecting the dots, and we do our little Raider fan gematria. You know what I'm saying? Well, the earth spins at 33,033 in the thirds mile per hour, and it's Wednesday, and it's 75 miles an hour, and I caught a slight wind when I went to the bank, and I saw a number 93. That means we getting sued. Like, we can't do that, bro. Like, if the motherfucker's not here now, then we're not getting them, and it's like, all right, man, then we got other options, right? If we get him, great.
Yeah.
But my thing is that he just does not seem like a guy who is like, yo, I want to be like, yo, our boy Devontae Adams, and I'll always love him for this. He wanted to be a Raider, man.
Yeah.
Man, he wanted to come here, man.
Yeah.
Chandler Jones wanted to come here, man.
Yeah.
These men wanted to be here, bro.
Yeah.
I want people who are sold out like that. And I think that could be something that's a barrier to bringing him into this locker room, because everybody's on fire for the Raiders right now.
Yeah.
Everybody in this locker room is on fire for this program. Everyone is everyone. When have you ever seen everyone show up to voluntary workouts? Bro, everyone.
That shit don't happen, bro.
It don't happen, bro.
And even Waller, let me read this real quick because I saved this for this actual occasion. Waller was on, what was he on yesterday? Let me see. He was on Jim Rome. He said, they've been honest, speaking of the coaching staff. They've been challenging us in creating a high standard for what we do. And I feel like that's not going to do anything but bring out the best in people. So this is what this coaching staff is doing. You know what I mean? Like, bruh. Sean, let me ask you this real quick. You said Rams and Bucks. This is my argument with that, right? At that point, he was ring chasing. He got one now. So after that, it's like, go get the bag, run it up, run it back. You know what I mean? Like, when he went to the Bucks, he didn't have a ring yet. When he went to the Rams, he didn't have a ring yet. So Now he has one. Now at the end of the day, this may be his last year of his career. Let's just be honest. So he wants the bag, and it makes sense. He got kids, he got a wife, or I think he got a wife, but you know.
Yeah, no, he has a wife, and you know what it is?
And I hella said, bro, I hella brought up that quote, and I don't even remember what the hell you were talking about, so I don't even know if I was even on subject.
Yeah, man. You know what's funny? I don't remember what we're talking about, but no, in all seriousness, and I still don't remember what we're talking about. No, look, in all seriousness, with Suh, when you talk about him ring chasing, right?
Uh-huh.
And Ndamukong Suh is a guy who understands the temperature of the room. Had he stayed in Miami, his career would be lost and it'd have been washed away.
Yes.
By him winning, he extended the shelf life on his career and his earning potential. So a lot of it could be tied into money.
Yep. But as it should, at the end of the day, you guys, it's easy for us fans, man, because we're Raider fans. We're like, either you want to be here or you don't. Get the fuck out of here. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we are. That's how we feel. But like at the end of the day, man, I don't go to anyone's job and say, come on, man, just take a pay cut, man, and you know what I mean, just to come fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's better over here. No, it's not.
Yeah. So what you saying is that I make $19 an hour over here, and with y'all I'm making 15, and you say it's better? How the fuck is it better?
But we cool though over here. You know what I mean? Like they on some bitch shit. You know what I mean? Like slide over here. We're gonna give you a $4 pay cut and just rock with us because we better people.
Well, you know what, man? I'm gonna stay over here and make more money being with these real shitty people because I need the bag. And we get it. We get it, man. We get it. We get it. But the thing is, I think if Ndamukong Suh had options, he wouldn't have brought our name up. And I said this the last time we were on. I feel like he uses the Raiders as a bargaining chip. He uses our enthusiasm as a fan base as a bargaining chip to put himself in the conversation.
Very smart.
And it's brilliant, but we can't play into it.
Yeah.
You want to be here or not?
Like, because we're doing it right now. So,
but you know what though? We're playing into creating content and juxtaposing whether he's going to come here or not. But like in our hearts as Raider fans, right? Because we're fans first. We can't get wrapped up in this shit, man. We can't, bro, because we've done it. We did it with the Honey Badger. We did it with Gilmore.
Yep.
We did it with everybody, bro. I'm not doing this shit no more, bro. We actually allowed ourselves. I was actually mad that we didn't get DJ Shark. I was upset. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me, man? This is DJ Shark we're talking about here.
Yeah.
And then we get Devontae Adams, and look how that shit just all went away.
Who the fuck is DJ Chark? Shit, I forgot he was a Lion until a couple of days ago.
Word, like, who in the fuck is Renee Zellweger?
Bro. And a lot of great Dave Chappelle quotes tonight out of our brother Wasted, bro. Oh, that shit is phenomenal. Van City says we need to fix this. Bro, but how? Like, what is there to fix, Vance? Let me ask you this, brother, because Patrick Graham is better than both the past two defensive coordinators we had. We got better. Shit, I mean, we got better on the defensive line with Chandler Jones. We got better at the linebacker position with Jayon Brown to add to Divine Diablo and Denzel Perryman coming off a Pro Bowl year. I mean, we got Harmon to be back there with Merrick, and then we traded for Rocky Sin. We got Anthony Avery. I mean, what else? What do we need to do to fix it?
We need to go out there and play a game and see how good they are. How we gonna fix some shit? We don't even know how it is.
Yeah, we don't know what's
that's like going to a car dealership and buying a brand new car, and before you drive off the lot saying that, yo, man, we need to do some improvements to this motherfucker. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with it. Now, if you have something in mind to where you want to do something aftermarket, i.e. adding a Pro Bowl player or some shit, then that's cool. But like, to be quite honest with you, this might be one of the better defenses in football, because if you really look at it, man, and you know, I have to make the show drag a little longer. I saw a report about the best pass rushing teams in the National Football League, duos and everything, and they were naming all these teams, and not anywhere on that list, and I think it might have been on The Athletic or one of those websites, did I see the Raiders. And I'm here to tell y'all something. Get in or get out. And I might be doing a live about this tomorrow. So I might let the hat out the bag.
You do it.
We have the best pass rushing duo duo in football,
Definitely.
bar none. You know, a lot of people say Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa. You know,
Whatever.
Joey Bosa, one is you know, he's a guy who hasn't really stayed healthy. He's very, very good. He has bro, so much of nose on his face, bro. The beak that man has. I mean, he had that guy has a fucking party hat on.
That's where I thought you was going somewhere else with this.
yeah. Joey Bosa, man, like why has anybody broke that fucking guy's nose?
Motherfucking stupid, bro.
Oh, my man Jimmy, he went full Scarface. He goes, fuck Mac and fuck the Diaz brothers. I bury those cockroaches.
I just the thing with what our pass rushing duo is, I think they're going to be great. I think they're going to be phenomenal. But that defensive tackle room has to bring it. You know what I mean? They have to bring it. Like if you want to free up these guys, we have to have the defensive tackle room be a lot better than recent years. You know what I'm saying? Like Falone was a low key breath of fresh air for a few weeks for us. Solomon Thomas was low key cool last year for us as well. You know what I mean? At the beginning of the season.
Yeah, he had a strong 1.5 games.
Yeah, strong. Yeah, 2-3 weeks he was all right. You know what I mean? And then the guy came back down to earth. But I'm gonna say one of those guys have to step it up. Jason, I know you keep asking me this question, so I'm gonna say this. Underwhelming. I like Keegan Murray, our guy out of Iowa that we picked up, definitely do. But I thought we would have traded back and picked up some assets and still got Keegan Murray. But come to find out, it sounds as though the Spurs and Pacers both wanted to trade up to get Keegan, and the Ivy stuff was smoke. So, but either way, I think Keegan Murray is going to be a great 3-and-D guy for us for years to come. But we need to do a lot more, and I'm hoping we go get John Collins here from Atlanta in a minute. And that'll ease the blow for me. Shout out to Jason, man. I seen he was like, I need Graph's opinion on this Kings draft. Let me see. All bullshit aside, we got a pretty good squad this year. Know that everybody quit tripping. I don't think we have a pretty good squad yet. I think we got a really good squad, to be real. And I think that we'll be all right. Barring injury, I think this team could be a top 3 team in the league. I do. Definitely. Yeah, Hammer says Kyrie's going to the Knicks for wasted.
Nah, that ain't happening, bro. I'm cool. I'm actually cool on, and I fuck with Kyrie. He one of the slickest, nicest guards I've ever seen. But Kyrie Irving is more concerned about his feelings than playing the game at this point in his career, and I'm cool on him.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna end the show with this because as a Kings fan, right, it doesn't get any worse at all. But the way the Knicks draft went, I feel like we got Michael Jordan compared to what the fuck the Knicks did.
Whoa. What we did was
trade
Worldwide West made a worldwide mess. That's what he did, man. The Knicks, y'all didn't get Michael Jordan. Y'all got Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain compared to the bullshit the Knicks. The Knicks are a fucking dumpster fire right now, bro. And you know what? I want somebody to take that fucking bass that James Dolan plays on the plane with the players creeping him out, and I want somebody to hit him over the fucking head with it like the honky tonk man. Jeff Jarrett. Somebody to El Kabong that motherfucker. Fuck that guy, bro. And fuck the Knicks right now. I am not supporting the Knicks until that motherfucker gets somebody in here who knows what they're doing. That was a disgrace. I'm so pissed off at what the Knicks did.
That shit was terrible.
As if we have some team mired and loaded with talent. And then they're like trying to shop Mitchell Robinson. Why don't you get fucking bum-ass Julius Randle out of here? This motherfucker out of here. Let Obi Toppin play.
I would have took Randle if we didn't already have some bonus because they don't mesh well at the 4 and the 5 together. You know what I mean? So, but I would have loved to have. Look, Randle just needs to get the fuck out of New York. He don't. That 1 year he had the MVP caliber year, and then he just shit the bed after that. He don't want to be there. You know what I mean? So yeah, he needs to wiggle. But I'll say this. If you guys are saving all that cap to go get Brunson, once again, it's such a Nick move. They're going to be asked for another 5 years.
The same shit. The LeBron sweepstakes that motherfucker didn't even talk to the Knicks. So I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and beat the shit out of y'all. Fuck out of here, bro. Like, I'm sick of that shit. Like, yo, you're not going to, like, nobody's coming here if you're ass.
No,
Nobody wants to come here, bro.
not at
Like,
all.
yo, you literally had two all-stars come to play in your city and didn't even fucking consider you, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to super kick Spike Lee in his face. Somebody needs to
Stephen A.
go and
Stephen A.
fucking
was crying.
tombstone that motherfucker. It
Stephen A. was
seems like
crying at the draft too. He looked like he was low key, like really, really crying, bro.
he
Like,
looks like the fucking Riddler from the Batman of the 60s. Somebody needs to take his little ass and ball him up, throw him in a fucking garbage can. I'm so sick of that motherfucker on the sideline clapping for what? Fuck that, man. The Knicks are a dumpster fire, and I am sick of their bullshit. Get your punk asses out there and get some players.
That's how I feel as an A's and a Kings fan as well, brother. So
but you guys have all, not the A's, but the Kings have always been ass.
No, not always. Stop that. We've had a nice 7-year run, man.
Until Shaq called y'all the Sacramento Queens.
Bro, well, they still cheated us that year. We should have won. We should have won that ring. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, man.
But it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Let me ask you guys this. Actually, no, I'm not gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask Wasted this. What time you want to get down tomorrow, brother? With the
Build different,
Build
bro.
Different podcast, man.
I mean, like we're like 9 or
Okay.
we'll go early, something like that.
If you're free, we'll do it the same time tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So tomorrow, you guys, we're gonna be doing another Built Different episode 3, I believe. I believe we did balance episode 1, mental health episode 2. Tomorrow, we'll drop what we're talking about because I know me and Waste are gonna get on the phone and kind of put some thoughts together and see what we got for episode 3. But what is that?
He said, yo, we need to see Stephen A. Waste to talk about the Knicks.
Bro, I would pay for that.
This is absolutely preposterous.
Hey.
I can do it now. I can do it now. I'll be myself and be Stephen A.
Hey, you guys, I want everybody to also know, I know I should have said this earlier. The tickets are available now, you guys, for the Adelanto. Damn it. Where the hell is it? Let me see. I got to find it real quick. The website. Shit. I'll put it up tomorrow in the comment section, but it is available now. I think it's canxs.com. They're available also on my IG. If you go to my stories on Instagram, or you can go to Twitter, they're all available. We just locked in Corrupt as well for the Raider party. So Corrupt will be there. Too Short will be there. And then us, we're going to be there. Me, Wasted. I mean, Mount Shillmore is going to be there. We also got, thank you, Hammer, canxs.com, my brother. Then we also are going to have Raiders.scout. Our brother will be there. Mitchell Renz will be there, you guys. I just talked to my bro yesterday. He's locked in. He will be there with us. I'm trying to get Sanjeet out there. Samoan's out there. Samoan Raider will be there as well. And there's somebody else. I believe Cody said he's going to come through as well. So tickets are available, you guys. They're only $10. $10. The event is from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Adelanto Stadium in the high desert. And if you want to, you can pay $80 and you get a ticket to the concert after the Raiders event. Rick Ross, Ludacris, Too Short to be there as well. Soulja Boy, Busta Rhymes. The list goes on. We have 1 million people that are going to be performing at the Blazing Trees Festival right after the Raiders event in the parking lot. So in the parking lot Raiders event, right afterwards, walk into the event, go into Blazing Trees and catch Busta, Luda, Rick Ross, all these guys live. So go to canxs.com. Shout out to our brother Lip. Shout out to all my guys at Game Day and Canx. My guys are doing great work over there. And if you guys need anything, any information on the event, I am throwing it. My brother Samoan, he's a part of this as well. And our brother Stu. Stu is like getting the alumni together with players and stuff. But if you guys need to, reach out to me and I can give you any information you need to. It is called Week 0 RaiderNation Kickoff Party. If you guys want to pull up at Adelanto Stadium, August 27th, go to canx.s.com. Go grab you a ticket for $10.
Hey, man, who does it like this? There's nobody doing it like this, man. There's only one place where you can come for this kind of shit, and it's Mount Shillmore. And I'm going to be honest with you. Like Joe Crack the Don always says, I'm not on my channel, so I don't got the button. But after this event, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Oh, and speaking of that, around that time frame when this happens, week 0, me and Wasted will be also dropping a heavy bomb on Raider Nation here shortly. I wish we could say it now, but we can't. But I'm just gonna say this: it's huge.
It's Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Huge. It is a hydrogen bomb in the Raider Nation. If we're gonna do
that dropped so perfectly at the time, it sounded like the bottom of the grenade, bro. It's like the pin. The pin came off the grenade.
See, Wasted did it on purpose. Look at that. See,
that shit was cold, bro.
It was cold, right?
That shit was cold, bro. Woo, that shit was fire. But yeah, you guys, we're gonna be doing something heavy. Shout out to our brother Scout as well. He is definitely a part of this movement. And then Mount Shellmore, they're always going to be a part of everything that we got going on. You know what I'm saying? So, but just know this: me and Wasted are going to drop something that I think the nation is going to be very, very proud of. And let's just say one-stop shop, man, and we're gonna leave it at that. You know what I mean? We about to kill the game, y'all. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. As always, Wasted, you already know, love you, brother. I'm gonna call you first thing in the morning. You're gonna be out running around with work. I'm gonna call you so we can get up and get some things moving. But shout out to the nation, man. Subscribe. I'm almost to 16K, you guys. I think I need like 50 subscribers. And run them up with Wasted Talent as well. Come on, go over there and hit subscribe as well. Let's run these numbers up so the season comes up. I want to be at 20K. I want Hammer, Wasted, Andy at 10K before the season starts. And at some point, I want all 3 of these guys to blow my channel out the water. So let's run it up. Run it up. Run the numbers up. It's easy to just hit that subscribe button or tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to do the same thing. We will see you guys tomorrow with the 3rd episode of Built Different. We appreciate you guys for pulling up, man. Love y'all, nation. We outro, man. One.
Man. Peace.